Till now we have discussed few types of asexual reproduction. That is, the first was fission, where an organism breaks down into two or more than two individuals. The first type was binary fission, which was in case of amoeba and leishmania, where the organisms are undergoing fission to produce two organisms, but the manner in which they divided was different. Then the second type of fission was multiple fission, that was in case of plasmodium. After fission, we had discussed about the process of budding in case of unicellular organisms such as yeast or multicellular organisms such as hydra. Then the third mode was fragmentation, that was in case of spirogyra. And after that we had discussed the asexual mode in form of spore formation, that is seen in case of rhizopus. Today we shall discuss with the next mode of asexual reproduction, that is regeneration. This is another mode of asexual reproduction. In this process, an organism breaks into a number of pieces and each piece grows into a new organism. Regeneration is the process in which a new full organism is formed from the body parts of an organism. So let us try to understand the process by taking an example of planaria. You can see in the diagram, the diagram which is on top is showing the figure of planaria, also known as the flatworm, which is found in case of fresh water or slow running streams. If the body of planaria is cut into three pieces, slowly all these three pieces will start regenerating themselves and ultimately grow into three planaria worms. Similarly, we have the process in case of hydra also. If the body of hydra is cut into a number of fragments, each fragment will be able to regenerate and grow into a new individual. Now let us try to understand what actually happens in the regeneration process, or in other words, what happens at the cellular level. The property of regeneration that is shown by organisms is basically due to some specialized cells which are known as the stem cells. So in the pink diagram you can see there are certain areas where blackish cells are present. So those black cells are actually the stem cells. So these stem cells, throughout the life of the organism, they have the capability to multiply, form new cells, change into the required tissue or organ. So such cells, they divide to form large number of cells, as you can see in the diagram right on top. That is, the planaria body was cut into half. So it was having the anterior portion, but the posterior portion was missing. So the stem cells here, they divide to produce large number of cells, because here it is the later part of the body that is missing. So the first large number of cells are produced, and then these cells, they develop in an organized manner to form that part of the body which is missing. So this process is not random, but it follows an organized manner which we call as development. So this is how it happens in case of simple multicellular organisms. So in case of planaria, we saw that it reproduces through the process of regeneration. Let us take up some more examples where the organism is reproducing through process of regeneration. So, a simple example in this category is the starfish. So, in the diagram on top, you can see there is a starfish. It is showing the internal structure because basically I wanted you people to understand the central disc which is present, which is connected to the 5 arms of the starfish. Okay, so if the starfish is cut into a number of sections such that a part of the central disc is attached, then each part of the starfish is able to regenerate and grow the whole of the lost body parts. So in this way, if we cut it radially in any manner into 2-3 parts, such that at least an arm along with the cells of the central disc are intact. So the central disc has got stem cells, they multiply and are able to regenerate the whole body. So in this way, if we cut the starfish into 2, each part will be able to generate the lost parts, and as a result, from one starfish we will have 2 starfishes. So in this way, we can again say it is a process of reproduction through regeneration. But we have another example here in case of a lizard, where very commonly we have seen as a method of self-protection. What the lizard does, it drops its tail and runs away. So this is just to divert the attention of the attacker, and in the meantime the lizard gets to some safe place. And after some time, again we find that the lost tail has been regenerated. So in this case, it is just a simple mechanism of repair, but the tail that has been dropped down is not able to regenerate the whole body. So in this case, it is simple repair or repair through regeneration, but it is not equal to reproduction. In case of higher multicellular organisms, regeneration is generally to repair the damaged cells, tissues, or replace or regrow the lost body parts. So some of the examples where we can take where regeneration is helping in repair work, such as healing of wounds in our body, growing of skin, then the internal lining of the organs is getting regenerated or replaced. Then the RBCs, after a definite lifespan, they die and then they are replaced by new RBCs. Then in case of lizards, we have seen they are able to grow new tails. In case of fishes, they are able to regenerate the fins that have got damaged. In case of birds, it is restricted to only the beaks. So now let us see if there is any difference between fragmentation and regeneration. In case of fragmentation also, the body had broken into parts, whereas in a number of cases, especially in case of lower invertebrates, we have seen that again the body is cut into parts, and in many cases each part is able to regenerate and grow into a new individual. So let us now discuss the differences between fragmentation and regeneration. Fragmentation is the process of breaking of body into several pieces, and then each piece grows into a new individual. But regeneration is a process of regrowth of a broken part of the body. Fragmentation, it is found mainly in the invertebrates, but regeneration is found in case of invertebrates as well as vertebrates. Fragmentation, it is basically a method of reproduction, But regeneration can be a method of reproduction, and it can also be a method to regenerate the damaged or the lost body parts. In case of fragmentation, all the fragments eventually they grow into a new organism. But in case of regeneration, we have seen, such as in case of planaria and hydra, and in case of starfish, under certain circumstances they are able to regrow into new individuals. But in certain cases we have seen that it is just a method of repair of the damaged parts, but it does not help in reproduction.